You think you know the internet, but what if I told you that beneath the surface of the web you use every single day, there's another one, a hidden, encrypted layer built for one thing, absolute anonymity. To get there, you need a special key, and in this explainer, we're going to turn it. Listen to that. For decades, this sound, a real shortwave number station, was a total mystery, just untraceable messages broadcast into the void. Today, we know these ghostly signals have a digital counterpart, a signal that has found a new home in the hidden corners of the internet. And this is our way in. We're going beyond the urban legends, beyond the scary stories. We're here to investigate the documented, provable reality of the dark web. We're not telling tales, we're following the evidence. Okay, so to really get what the dark web is, you first need a map of the whole territory. Because the internet that you and I use every day, well, it's not the whole picture. Not even close. The best way to think about it is like an iceberg. That little tip sticking out of the water, that's the surface web. It's everything Google can find. News sites, social media, blogs. But the huge, invisible mass below the water, that's the deep web. Now, this isn't necessarily sinister. It's your online banking portal, your private emails, corporate databases, things hidden for privacy. But tucked away inside that deep web is a smaller, very specific, intentionally concealed section. And that is the dark web. It's built on special software like Tor, and it has one purpose: to make its users completely anonymous. And that anonymity is a very powerful, double-edged sword. Now, that anonymity can be a lifeline for activists and journalists living under oppressive regimes, but it has also cultivated a massive, booming criminal economy. So let's peel back that first layer and look at the dark web's most infamous feature, the global anonymous marketplace. And check out this quote from the U.S. Department of Justice. This is so important. Don't picture some chaotic, messy forum. No way. We're talking about sophisticated, professional e-commerce platforms. Seriously, they look and feel like Amazon or eBay, complete with vendor ratings, customer support, and even escrow services to hold your payment. The goal is to make committing crime feel as routine and reliable as possible. So what exactly is for sale in this digital bazaar? The catalog is extensive and pretty disturbing. You've got your staples, of course, stolen credit card data, malicious software, and all kinds of hacking tools. But it goes way deeper into counterfeit passports, weapons, and even listings that offer criminal acts for hire. It's literally a one-stop shop for an incredible array of illegal goods and services. And this is the cold, hard math of that economy. For about $110, anyone can buy stolen credit card details with a guaranteed $5,000 balance. Let that sink in. Our personal data, your data, isn't just stolen. It's turned into a product. It's priced, packaged, and sold on an open market just like anything else. But this marketplace has evolved way beyond just selling stolen data. It has actually spawned an entire professional industry, a whole ecosystem that makes it easier than ever for someone to become a full-blown cybercriminal. And the key concept here is as a service. You know how you subscribe to legitimate software like Microsoft Office? Well, this is the exact same business model, but for crime. Cybercrime tools are now leased out. You don't need to be some genius coder anymore. You just need some cryptocurrency and a complete lack of a moral compass. And ransomware is the perfect, terrifying example of this. So here's how the business works. First, an expert developer creates the malicious software. Then they lease it to less skilled criminals who they call affiliates. Those affiliates are the ones who actually go out and attack targets: businesses, hospitals, even entire city governments. When the victim pays the ransom, the developer and the affiliate split the profits. It's an organized, scalable, and horribly effective franchise model for digital extortion. You have to understand, this is a massive shift. Law enforcement isn't just fighting individual hackers anymore. They're up against a decentralized, global industry that develops, markets, and sells the tools for cybercrime. It makes the threat more widespread and so much harder to stop. Which brings us to the final and maybe the most difficult part of this whole story: the monumental challenge of trying to police a network that is, by its very design, global, anonymous, and incredibly good at adapting. And right here, this is the heart of the problem. A criminal in one country can rent a tool from a developer in a second country to attack a victim in a third and route it all through anonymous servers all over the globe. Meanwhile, law enforcement is bound by national borders and legal jurisdictions. They're almost always playing catch-up. This right here shows what law enforcement calls the Hydra effect. You know the myth. You cut off one head and two more grow in its place. Well, look. In 2013, the FBI shuts down the infamous Silk Road. Big win. Then in 2017, a huge global operation takes down Alphabet and Hansa. Just a couple years ago, they seize another forum, and last year, Kingdom Market. And yet, today, new markets like Abacus and Torzon are already up and thriving. The ecosystem is just unbelievably resilient. So, after looking at the structure, the economy, and the impossible challenge of policing it all, we're left with a pretty stark conclusion. One that really separates the fiction of the dark web from its documented reality. So, what have we really found down here in the dark? Popular culture fills the dark web with all these urban legends, shadowy hitmen and terrifying live streams. But the evidence? It points to something much more ordinary. And maybe, because of that, much more terrifying. The real horror of the dark web isn't some mythical monster lurking in the code. It's the cold, calculated, professional reality of the cybercrime economy. It's the 5-star user review on a fresh batch of stolen credit cards. It's the affiliate marketing program for a ransomware kit. It's the absolute banality of digital evil organized into a business plan. Because in the end, that's all the dark web is. It's a tool. And like any tool, it just reflects the intentions of the person using it, from fighting for freedom to profiting from crime. But the evidence is crystal clear. The criminal element isn't just surviving there, it's innovating. And that leaves us with one final chilling thought. If this is what we can already see, what else is being built in the shadows, just waiting to be found?